Find out what drove these animals to become man-killers. Hunter Hunted, tonight at 11 on Nat Geo Wild.
Like many of the animals they save, the members of Rescue Inc. know what it's like to be given a second chance. We're not a typical rescue organization. 8 tough guys armed with 2,000 pounds of muscle and over 80 tattoos. On one mission to rescue abused and neglected animals.
You pick on the animals and then they don't fight back! You don't shoot cats!
For these guys, it's personal. I'm doing it for my heart. Rescue Inc. Wednesday at 9 on Nat Geo Wild.
Stunning wildlife in all its glory. Nature in its truest form. Nat Geo Wild unveils the magnificence of our wild kingdom in a week-long glimpse at the world's most indescribable finds. Nature's wonders on Nat Geo Wild. Find out what happens when Mother Nature unleashes hell on Earth. Forces of Nature, a weeknight special on Nat Geo Wild.
This is Animal Rescue Squad. Real stories of real rescues. Still to come. The nature of Jackson's illness becomes clear.
This is Jackson's x-ray of his right elbow, and it isn't very good news for him.
It's time for Snacks the Sea Eagle to go fishing.
She's in the right position, just downwind, so we'll give her a shout.
Oh! Oh, big girl! Come on!
And I'll be helping to brush the teeth of Natasha the Bengal tiger.
But first, it's back to San Diego, where Natasha the Bengal tiger is having the mother of all manicures. The keepers at the sanctuary where she lives thought she had her claws clipped as a cub, but they're about to find out the extent of the damage caused by her previous owners.
At the Lions, Tigers and Bears Sanctuary, Natasha the tiger is being examined, and her keepers have to work quickly.
And Natasha has been under sedation now for half an hour. It's always a risk putting an animal under anaesthetic. There's still quite a few checks to go, so we're going to continue working to get things done as fast as possible.
Meanwhile, her family is left to wander their pen anxiously. The facilities here are much better than the squalid conditions Natasha endured before her rescue. And to make matters worse, to protect himself, Natasha's previous owner has declawed her. She's now being examined to find out how brutal this mutilation was.
So Sharon, obviously you're doing the check on the claws.
Right, and there are no claws whatsoever in this tiger.
What harm does that do a tiger's feces claws?
The keepers have noticed that it's difficult for her at times when she jumps or leaps up. She's more painful.
Cats will walk up on their toes.
Yeah, she walks like that.
And she walks flat-footed because her toes have been amputated.
This could have a serious impact on Natasha's health. If she can't walk properly, she could develop arthritis.
Can you tell if she's got arthritis?
Usually you can tell by the way they move. Okay, and then when you palpate the joints, if you feel crepitation, snap, crackle, pop, then you might suspect that.
But thankfully the signs are good. The vet can't detect any problem with Natasha's joints. They'll have to keep monitoring her for arthritis. But while she's still sedated, there's more work to be done.
Now that bit that we all dread, the dental hygiene. Sharon, at first glance, those teeth look fairly healthy.
Yeah, they really do, but what we're doing is making sure that there's no pockets, underlying periodontal disease, that we can't tell without probing.
The vet gives Natasha a thorough scrape and polish. This wouldn't be a great time for Natasha to wake up, so a clamp is put in just in case. Natasha's lashes are in pretty good shape. Now there's the tricky job of returning her to the crate. Natasha's taking a while to come round, but she's getting plenty of encouragement.
Now, pinching a tiger to make sure it wakes up, this is something I'd recommend you do at home. Well, I, for one, am relieved that that's over. I always worry when I see an animal under anaesthetic because you never know how each individual is going to react, and some react really badly. Fortunately, Natasha isn't one of them, and she's recovering really well.
Back outside, Natasha's family have been waiting nearly 2 hours for Mum to return. The kids are misbehaving, but they'd better watch out because now she has a clean bill of health, their mother will soon be back to rule the roost.
Still to come, is Frankie the tortoise on the mend?
I would think we'll probably continue with the injections for a couple of weeks. These kind of chronic infectious of the sinuses don't just take a couple of days to clear up.
In Scotland, Snatch the eagle is learning how to fish. Her handlers have brought in students to create a lure which will make the eagle hunt as naturally as possible. It's time to test their prototype.
Snatch is a sea eagle who has so far remained very much landlocked. Bred in captivity, she's never learned how to catch fish. Her handler, David Warren, hopes design students from Stirling University can come up with a robotic device that will tempt the eagle into the water.
The primary outcome of the brief is to create a lure that is as close to a real fish as possible. The idea being that the eagle will then be able to mimic its natural hunting as much as possible here at the park, something that's never really been undertaken before.
The students have come to see if their prototype is heading in the right direction.
Today is the day. What we're going to do is use your first prototype today in the water. We're going to tie some food to it and throw it out.
Eventually the gadget will be a remote-controlled lure that can mimic a fish, but it's still at a very basic stage.
Well, we're going to see what happens, and then we'll have a rethink when we get back.
This is a perfect practice ground for Snatch. Today, she'll hopefully venture onto the water for the first time.
My colleague Ross is taking Snatch away around to the far side of the loch. She's hopefully going to catch a glimpse of us, at which point we're going to throw the dummy lure, the fish, out into the water. Fingers crossed she's going to target it, come in, strike it, and bring it down.
Go on, Snatch! Start the girl!
Give them a signal, and she'll be letting her go.
When Snatch takes off, she's a majestic sight.
Circling around, basically she's trying to find lift, like a natural elevation. Every time she turns into the wind, she basically gains height, and it's a very energy efficient form of flying. It's to set her wings and just glide around. Basically we want to position her to the point where she's ready to come in and strike this fish.
Getting her to behave naturally like this enriches her life enormously.
Looks as though she's actually enjoying herself and doing what eagles do best.
Time to throw the lure in. To the untrained eye, it looks like a piece of wood with a mouth tied to it. But it has a special rubber coating, and is the perfect dimension for the soon-to-come on-board robotics. This is its first big test. Will Snatch go after it?
Alright, I think that's her about set. She's in the right position, just downwind, so we'll give her a shout. Oh!
The prototype works. Snatch spots it and dives in to catch her lunch.
She's chickened out. Never mind.
She then chooses the easy option.
Today what happened is she put the brakes on. She got so close to the lure and then decided she wasn't going to make it. In the wild, they're obviously hitting their targets at a much faster speed. So she just needs practice. I mean, she's young, she just needs practice, but we can't be too upset with her.
So the training of this magnificent bird will continue, and when her robotic lure is finished, it's hoped Snatch the sea eagle will finally lose her fear of the water.